Let me share my experience with my neighbor's dog. Living through this taught me a lot. Do you know that your neighbor's pet shouldn't disturb you? I didn't realize this until it happened to me. When we moved into this compound, my neighbor had 2 big dogs. These dogs only listened to the man. They ignored his wife and others. Sometimes, his wife had to sneak in and out because the dogs weren't used to her. Things got out of control after we moved in. We couldn't leave anything outside because the dogs would destroy it. They ruined our mops, basins, slippers, and plants. If we left something outside, it was gone. We tried to block the way to our backyard, but when the dogs were let out at night, they would run over and break through our barriers. The dogs ended up destroying everything we left outside, but their owner didn't care. Imagine waking up to find dog poo right in front of your door. You talked to your neighbor about it, but he didn't seem to care. We even reported to the landlord, but nothing changed. One day, my neighbor brought the dogs out and chained them in front of his door. These big dogs had small chains around their necks. Whenever he brought them out, I felt scared to go outside, but I needed to get something, so I went out anyway. As I locked the door, the dog barked and jumped up, doing somersaults as they strained against their chains. I looked at their chains and thought these chains will cut one day. They are too small. I didn't know that the day was already here. I managed to leave the compound and lock the gate behind me, but when I returned, holding some items and a handbag and my phones, the dog started barking and jumping again as I opened the gate. I gathered my courage and stepped inside, trying to lock the gates. Suddenly, I felt a strong urge to look back. While the dogs were barking and doing somersaults, one of the chains suddenly cut and the dog charged at me. I shouted Jesus and took to my heels, dropping everything I was holding, including my slippers. I ran for my life. I fell, got back up and kept running. I'm plus size, but I ran faster than I ever thought I could. If it were a race, I would have won a trophy for Nigeria. Even when I felt the dog leg brush against my heel, I didn't stop. I kept running until I was far enough away that the dog couldn't reach me. Needless to say, at this time, people had gathered and I hated this so much. Neighbors on my street came out as I was panting and out of breath. I couldn't even speak. They kept saying sorry. The dog owner did nothing but smiled and said he had chained the dog again. There were no apologies, and I asked him, is that all you would do if the dog had attacked me? I was left with no option than contacting dog control the next day because this had become life-threatening. I narrated the incidents to them since the dog owner and landlord didn't help. Dog control took action, and we never saw the dogs outside again. They were locked inside for good. For months, I had panic attacks. I kept seeing the dog attacking me every time I closed my eyes, waking up shouting in fear. I just thank God he saved me.